Hello and welcome to 8.1, where you guys are going to be learning about probability and set theory. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start filling out that chart that you guys have. So set is a well-defined collection of distinct objects. So we're going to be looking at very specific, very defined things that we're going to be dealing with. The way that you do a set is you write the letter S and it's going to equal, and you're going to have these squiggly brackets, and inside the squiggly brackets we're going to end up putting numbers in there, so that's why I put the dots for right now. So an example of that would be, for instance, let's say that we want to find a set of odd numbers between 0 and 10. So that would be, for instance, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So those would be what we would put in our set. So I'm going to write down S equals, and then I'm going to have the squiggly line, and I'm going to put 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And so those are all the defined collection of distinct objects. So these, the set was defined for me. It's going to be odd numbers, and those are each individual numbers. So I don't want to write down 1 twice in my set. There's no reason to repeat my numbers. So each one of those is distinct and individual. The next term on our sheet is element, and the element is going to be each object in the set. So for instance, this one up here, one of the elements was number 1. Another element is 3, 5, 7. Each one of those are different elements. And the way that we write down the elements is we're going to put this in S. That basically says the number of elements in the set. So the N stands for the number of elements and the S stands for set. And then I'm going to put some sort of number over here, so that's why I put the number sign there. But it will look like this. For instance, using this example above, the set of odd numbers between 0 and 10 is, well, I'm going to count how many elements are in my set here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 elements in my set. So I'm going to write down NS equals, and instead of my number sign, I'm going to put 5. So that tells me that in my set, the number of pieces that are inside my set is 5. The next term on our sheet is empty set. So from here on out, I'm going to kind of define different types of sets. So our first set is the empty set. And basically this is a set that has 0 elements in it. So there would be, instead of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, there would be nothing in there because we don't have anything to put in there. A way that you would write this is this 0 with the slash through it, or you would write in brackets with nothing in the middle of it. So those are two different ways that you can write an empty set. An example of this is kind of a silly example, but for the set of dogs that take my class is, hopefully there's no dogs that are in my classroom, and so we would have an empty set. So the way that we would write that is the number inside the set is nothing. So we can write that, or once again we can put that empty brackets instead of that 0 with the slash through it. So that is an empty set. The next word on our sheet is universal set. And this is basically the complete opposite of the empty set. This is where it's a set of all elements under consideration. And so it would be basically everything that you can think of. And the way that we write that is with an italicized U, or kind of a slanted U. And like I said, it would be anything. So for instance, if I was dealing with numbers, the universal set would be every single possible number. If I was dealing with a deck of cards in my set, then it would be every single card in that deck. If I was dealing with dice, it would be every number on the dice. And so that's what a universal set is. The next word that we're going to be looking at is subset. A subset is if you're dealing with a couple different sets. So you have set A and you have set B. And so A is going to be every element of A is also going to be an element of B. So now we're going to get into a little bit of some confusion, but let me go ahead and clarify it here in a moment. The way that you write a subset is going to be A and then this U-shaped in the B. Now, you can kind of think of this U shape as a crocodile, so the sideways U. And the crocodile is wanting to eat the biggest thing. So B is going to be the biggest elements. A is going to be a smaller amount of elements. And so that's why on the other side of the crocodile is the A. So the crocodile will always eat the biggest piece. But let me go ahead, rather than giving you guys some words, I'm going to show you with a picture. First, this is our universal set. In other words, this is every number that we can possibly think of, or every playing card, whatever we're dealing with. Then this is our B sets. So let's say that in a deck of cards, B set is going to be all of the red cards. So that's going to be the elements that I pull out is the red cards. And let's say that for my A, I am pulling out all of the diamonds in a deck of cards. So A is also red cards, and so that's why A is a part of our B. So we'll be clarifying that a little bit more, but you can, if you want to remember this, you can say that B is, well, you can say that the universal is a deck of cards. And you can say that B is the red cards. And you can say that A is the diamond cards. So that would be an example of a subset.